Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. How are you? So, today I have decided I haven't done an apartment tour in a while. So, I decided to show you a couple of things. And so, this is my kitchen and my lovely table that I had in my other apartment. As you can see, there isn't much counter space. So, I wound up having to put my toaster oven and microwave on it. And yeah, it's a pretty big table. I hope that we can get it out the door if I ever have to move. So I got these from Amazon, these mats. I had black ones before, but one day when I passed out and the firefighters came in, they actually broke one of them. How they did that, I don't know. So I decided to go with the burgundy to bring a little color to the kitchen. And then, of course, I've got brown accessories over there kind of to go with it. I couldn't find burgundy, oven mitts and stuff, so I just got those. And so then these little shelves, everything in here is either from Amazon or a secondhand store. Actually, never mind. Nothing's from the secondhand store anymore. In my last apartment, I had gotten all my furniture from them, but all this furniture I have gotten through Amazon, and they're so easy to put together. They're just poles that you screw on, and initially I had all of my CDs on here, but then I got a new idea for my CDs, and they're actually in little organizers now, instead of all of the CD plastic covers. I got rid of all of them and I put my CDs in there, and it's really a good organizer thing. So, and then this is my cup of Winnie. I have entered her in several free pet contests, like the paw print and others. I think, well, I don't have the one of her anymore, I don't think. Hold on. No, it looks like I got rid of it. But I did have a calendar with her on it, but that was last year, and so it was outdated. And I do have a picture of that on my door, which I'm going to show you. It's this one. And then those are the calendars that she's been on. She's a famous girl. And so this is my living area. In this complex, you have to live in an efficiency before you can get to a one-bedroom. So I'm on the list. But I think I've made a nice little cozy home. All those shelves are from Amazon. The dresser was from a man who cleans out homes and apartments, and he gave that to me for free. My little couch was from my neighbor who didn't want it anymore. And as you can see, I painstakingly did research to try and see what would go together as far as curtains and bedspread. And I'm very, very good that way. My parents were, oh my gosh, that house was like a house, in Home and Gardens. Everything was coordinated, beautiful, and I think this came out really good. I've got a Thomas Kinkade canvas right there. I've always wanted a Thomas Kinkade painting. I can't afford them, but this one wasn't a whole lot, I don't remember, but that's that. And then I've got some more. One time I had done a purple theme. I had lavender curtains and a lavender bedspread. And so I'll do that maybe at some point, but I do like this combination. And then these are all my photos from the family. Of course, I love Keith Urban, and I love Louis Capaldi too. Saw him 2 years ago, April, in Boston, when I went to go visit my sister. And please pray for my sister. She's at the end of her chemotherapy for her breast cancer, and I think she has to do radiation as well. And then that is me and my husband Dave. When we lived in Sevierville, we went to the Dixie Stampede every year because I worked there at the time. And then, of course, this is all my little desk area. I don't really have a desk per se, but this is what I use. And there's Miss Winnie, my beautiful Winnie. And I got this little table from Amazon right there, all from the same company. They're so easy to put together. And all of these lamps I got from Amazon. And they're all touch. Well, this big one's not a touch lamp, but this is a touch lamp, and then the one over there is a touch lamp. So, and then of course I've got a couple of Barbies out here, family photos over here, and then this, I have had this for over 6 years. It needs to be dusted. It lights up. It's so pretty. I've had it for a long time. Down there are my daughter's shoes that I will always treasure forever. She lived with us for a little while and then don't want to talk about that. So, and this is my shoe rack. There's no room in the closet for it because having only one closet is kind of rough. So there's a lot of stuff I had to shove in here. And with all my dresses, there was just no room for a shoe rack. So that's that. And then this was Elizabeth's bear. She'll be 26 years old this year. So that bear will be 26 years old. I've had him forever. And then, of course, all my makeup, which I am seriously thinking of just getting rid of because I'm not wearing makeup anymore. I'm not doing makeup videos anymore. So I may just go through and keep my most favorites. And, yeah. And there's all my pictures of me and Dolly when I worked at Dollywood. And she always came to take pictures with the departments. And these are Dave's paintings. One move, unfortunately, we left behind all of his paintings. We had about 25 paintings that he had done over the years. He loved Bob Ross. And, yeah. So, that is my little apartment. And the main thing I want to show you is this, okay? This stepper has really been a godsend. Let me go sit down because now I'm hurting. I have been diligent in doing this at least 3 times a week. Now I'm trying to do it daily since I am going to a concert on June 12th. And that eagle thing that I just got. And I need to have stamina. So, I've been doing it every day for about a week now, okay? I used to do it around 3 times a week. Now I'm really getting into doing it every day. And my legs are so strong. And I would definitely recommend this for anyone who is sedentary but can stand up. There are ones where you can actually sit down on your chair. So those would be good too. But this has really been good for me. I'm extremely sedentary. I don't do anything, never have. In the summertime, sometimes I'll walk around the parking lot. But I have very bad back pain all the time. I think it's probably arthritis. So today I went back in the back of the building and I went around the circle in the parking lot. I didn't hurt. I felt strong. And this thing is the bomb. I do about 100 steps every day. I've tried to go more. I've done 150 at the most, I think. And then I start huffing and puffing. It is a workout, believe it or not, because I've noticed that my hips have gone down and my legs are much stronger. They're much more tighter. So, yeah, highly recommend that stepper. It is really, really good. So that is everything in my apartment. That is the one piece of furniture right there that I did get from a secondhand store that we have here. What is it called? Resource. And I've gotten a lot of pieces from them. Lots of pieces. And wonderful, wonderful. So that's me, and that's my apartment. And I definitely wanted to recommend that stepper. If I can find a link to it, I will put it in the video. And there's the gorgeous girl. There's the gorgeous girl. I'll see you guys later. Take care. Bye.